March 2025 spring garden tour. Here's my blackberry row. Got lots of new growth. All the blackberries are putting out new leaves. One of my favorite parts of gardening is coming out and picking fresh blackberries with the kids. Almost every year I have several sucker plants that come out. So that's when one of the main plants shoots roots out and then new plants come up out of the row like this. So there's one. And here's another one that I just found. Here's one from last year. It's a couple of feet tall. Usually I dig those up and give them away. Not sure what I'm gonna do about that this year. Here is my strawberry patch. I did not get the covering up in time for winter, and so only one of them survived the cold. But that's okay, I got several new bare root plants coming that I'll be planting in this week. Kind of a funny story is last year I added a lot of compost to the strawberry patch, and there must have been at least one watermelon or cantaloupe seed in there, because one day I came out and there was a single watermelon or cantaloupe plant growing. I let it stay. It actually produced some fruit. And then I came out another day and there was seeds everywhere. A possum had found it and just chewed it all up. As you can see right here, those seeds just stayed over the winter. And now here we are spring and they've just popped up. And I actually don't remember if it was a cantaloupe or a watermelon. What do you think by looking at these seeds? Cantaloupe, watermelon? Leave me a comment and tell me what you think. Here's one of my blueberry bushes. This has been a great addition to the garden over the last couple of years. They grow great in pots and they just produce a lot of fruit, and it's a lot of fun to pick and eat them. Here's a dwarf peach tree. Here's one of my peach trees grown from seed. Got another blueberry bush here. Looking forward to all that fruit. Here is a dwarf peach tree. It's a bonanza peach tree, lots of flowers. I'm looking forward to all that fruit. There's several tip-layered blackberry plants in those small pots. And that large pot there, that's my apple tree grown from seed. It's sprouting out, doing well. Lots of new growth. More new growth. All the way up here to the top. It's about 7 feet tall now, grown from seed. Here is my original peach tree, grown from seed from one of my very first videos. A lot of people have been asking about updates for it. It's still doing great. And the exciting update is this year I finally got flowers for the first time. So there's some flowers. It has a chance to produce some fruit this year. There were quite a few more flowers, but we've had a lot of wind and hail recently. It's just kind of knocked a lot of them off. But it looks like at least a couple of them got pollinated. Here's one right there. There's a little baby peach starting to grow. Not sure how well you can see that. Here's my orange tree that I keep growing well in a container. It produced a couple of oranges last year. All the flowers have already been pollinated and popped off. There's a little orange growing. So yes, you can grow orange trees in Texas, especially if you just do it in a pot. This is a really large container, so when winter comes, when it gets down to freezing, I just drag it into the garage, keep it there for a week or two, and then bring it back out and have some fresh oranges. Here is another dwarf peach tree. Lots of flowers. Looking forward to harvesting some peaches. Some more tip-layered blackberry plants. Here's my 2 avocado trees grown from seed. They're both doing well in very large containers. And they're about 5.5 feet tall now. Here is my honeydew melon garden. I did not do early starts, I just did seeds this year. So you can see, I put them in about 10 days ago and they've already popped up. They're growing away, doing well. Here's another one you can see. There's the seed that was originally in the ground that it came from. Pull that off right there. There we go. There's some more. There's the seed that fell off. This one's still got the seed on top. It's not ready to come off yet. Here is my grapevine, actually a muscadine vine. That's been really fun. It was easy. Put that in the ground. About 2 years later, we had plenty of muscadines to eat, or muscadines. Here's my cantaloupe garden. Same thing, just by seeds. There they are, they're growing. Let me put that drip line back in place. This was my raspberry row, but they just could not survive the Texas heat. I never got around to trying using shade cloth, so I converted it to a blackberry row. I took several tip-layered blackberry plants, put them in there. They're growing well. Should get me some extra blackberry fruit this year. Already connected to the trellis. Oof, I need to get back in here and do some weeding. It just looks horrible. Here are my 2 apple trees. Fuji on the left, Gala on the right. Gala's been doing pretty well. It's growing large. It produced about 2 flowers last year, that's it, but they didn't get pollinated because my pollinator tree over here did not produce any flowers, and then it died recently, so I had to replace it. So here's my replacement Fuji apple tree. It's already got a lot of good growth going. That's really shot up over the last 3, 4, 5 days. Over here I have some more strawberries growing in this raised bed. Lots of strawberry plants. Some of them already been pollinated, starting to grow strawberries. You can see all those flowers. And over here, trying something different. Growing a few potatoes. There's a potato plant, another potato plant. And that's about it for the garden tour this year. Hope everybody's doing well. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you're growing in your garden and how things are going. As always, thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe.